everybody, this is Shirley and this is Jamming with Yarn. I am glad you are here checking out my video. I want to show you what I finished making, my progress on my Darn Good Yarn, my head wrap. If you haven't seen it, hopefully I was able to put the video up so you can see it, and if not, I did put a little clip yesterday up of what you can expect to see today. I am playing with my phone because that's what I'm recording on, and trying to figure out exactly what I want to do, because I notice a lot of the videos are, my sound is being lagged behind. About time to go up to YouTube, there's a lag time and I'm not able to fix that, so I've been playing with other software on my phone. The software that I use is Fillmore, and it does a good job, but for some reason, maybe I need to clean my phone off and get a new SD card, don't know, but there's lag time going on. So you may see clips of things because I'm trying to expand. We all want to expand in what we're doing, and so I'm trying to expand in the software that I'm using. Currently, I am using a small part of Adobe 365 on my phone. Now, if I can get that up, that was the clip that you just saw, and that right there is a free app that you can get, and then you can also do the 365 and pay $10 a month, or just pay it out for $100 for anyone who wants to know what is compatible with a normal Android phone. That's what I'm using. Okay, so if you have not subscribed, please subscribe, because I would love to have you. The more the merrier. Yes, the more the merrier. So let's start with Darn Good Yarn. The last time when I left off, I was working with Darn Good Yarn. I'm going to go over here because I have my basket over here full of all my goodies. Okay, they're goodies because I got most of it done. So with Darn Good Yarn, I got my first subscription box, and when we left off, I was trying to figure out that says to use vinegar. And there was concern for me because I was using yellow yarn if it was going to bleed. Well, I have to tell you guys, it did not bleed. I'm going to show you that. Also, there was a vote on Instagram. Should I use this pom-pom here, which I made with the, what I made with the leftover from Darn Good Yarn, with the little pink that I added to it to make it a little bit more fluffy, because it was right next to me. So most people said no, the majority. So they went for the yellow pom-pom. So here is my finished Darn Good Yarn hat. So you can see that it's fine. There's no bleeding going on. It turned out perfect. Okay. And I do have Lady P here with me today. Yay! Anybody don't know Lady P? She used to be formerly known as Pumpkin. And she has a hat on right now. Let's take that hat off. I did put my stocking cap on just in case I decide to pop one of these on my head, depending on if it's easy or quicker. So on Lady P head, there she go. That's what it looks like. She doesn't have that little back hook, so she just got writing on her. I think I purchase a wig head for the holidays as a gift for myself. And this pom-pom came off of one of the hats I made during the summer when I was doing that 99-cent ball in a hat. I just ripped it off, okay? And I do think it looks better on her, or on this hat. Now, that's how it looks on her. This is how it looks on me. Oh, well, you saw the back of it. A little bit of pom-pom, a little bit of slouch there. So that's my Darn Good Yarn hat. And with the leftover I guess I sound like food. With the leftovers, I made some wrist warmers. Okay. And it's so different how this purple turned that bright, bright color, just toned it all down. Okay, so that is my Darn Good yarn. I just really wanted to get rid of it with a pom-pom left. Okay, so we're finished with that. Moving on. So, and I got that, I made the pom-pom from Debbie, the Canadian Crocheter. I love that, Debbie. So the next item is, you guys know I was working on trying to do a, Sara Sach pooling. Okay, mine didn't come out right. I'm going to tell you right now. I see no pooling, you guys. I don't know what happened. Okay. I thought maybe I was just too close to it when I was working on it. It's like I was working on, like, well, maybe Shirley, you're just too close to the fabric and you just don't see it. But from far or close, there's no pooling going on there. And I went back and looked at her video because I had to write it down as I took this with me. And there's just no pooling, so I stopped. And I think it goes this way. So it makes a cute little cow. I think that's the way it goes. Or maybe it's the other way. Let me try the other way. Let's try this way. So that looked a little tight there, didn't it? Okay, I think it's that way. And it made a cute little cow. Okay, so what did I do with the rest of the yarn? Of course, because my goal is to work up the yarn. I am trying to work up the yarn. So I started on, and this would be considered my whip. I started a hat, just a basic hat like the Darn Good yarn. It is time for me to start moving into trying to do patterns and things like that. I'm working my way up there. So that is my yarn right here. And I have one more that I will try to do another one, a pooling scarf. Hopefully this one turned out okay. It says pooling on there, and I did follow instructions. I think I did. So this would be my next try, is to do another one. You guys wish me luck on that, okay? And if I can't, I'm not going to buy any more yarn to try to do a pooling scarf unless it's on sale for $3 and less. Then I'll get it and try it again. Okay, so after loving Debbie, the Canadian Croucher, her pom-poms, if you guys remember, I had purchased these little pom-poms from the dollar store, and I do like it, but it's just too small for a hat, and I had put the other one on this hat, but I decided I was going to put a pom-pom on there. That looks a lot better, don't you think? Look at that. And I did put a button on here. I don't know if that's right, so it can be taken off. And I did that also for the Darn Good yarn hat. Moving on, the last thing that you guys saw was I was working on my scarf. I'll put the link to the other video. Here was the hat. There you go. So the scarf is complete. Totally complete. And these are just balls of yarns that I had. This is what was left from the hat, the colorful. And this was the Lion brand that I purchased. Oh, it was so good. From Lion brand for that dollar yarn. So that is completed. And mistakenly, when I was sewing in the ends, I cut one of my loops. I have to redo that. So that item is completed. So Lady P had on this hat that I was working with. It's the ends are not woven in, or woven. I don't know how you say that. Anyway, anyway, Lady P will show how it looks. Now it's supposed to be a Christmas hat, and this is scrap yarn that I had, and I forgot when I started it. I just started knitting. I really do like the knit stitch, and it just started curling on me. Okay, I know you guys that are more professional and more experienced know that you do knit one, purl one, but I forgot. So then I didn't take it down. And I'm thinking it just really started curling on me. So I tried to steam it dry, steam it down. I crocheted the end. Then I tried, and this is where I started. You can see a little right there where I started, little gap, and I'll straighten that out. But anyway, I tried to steam it down as much as I could. That's how it looked on her. This yarn that I used for this was the red with some of this. I don't even know what it is. It's some yarn bark that I'm trying to untangle, and I'm going to try to make another Christmas hat with it. This was some yarn. This part right here is the Lion brand yarn Vantage Choice that I had purchased on clearance, which is wheat. That wheat is really nice. I like this. The only thing about this is if you are knitting and you have to, if you lose a stitch, it was really hard for me to pick it up. That's the only time it came apart on me. So you'll be seeing another hat if I can get this untangled. And this is how it looked on me. I know I can just roll it a little bit, not a big roll, or you know, I could do like that. So that's how that looked. Moving on to the next item. Well, if you guys, like I said, I am on Instagram, and I'm on Instagram as Shirley Jammin, Jammin. Might be an S added, I'm not quite sure. Anyway, you can find it on here on YouTube, my Instagram. So I've been into scarves right now. And if you saw the picture previous, if I was able to get it up, or you looked at the little short 1-minute video preview to show you what I was going to talk about today, you would have seen I wore this scarf here. I made this. This is by Little John Yarns. It's a head wrap. And I like this. So I'm playing with different type of yarns to get the right feel. I did have to steam this down because the stitches were really popping out when I put it on. But that's how that looked, and you can wrap it around. But this was not my first one. Okay, my first one I actually ran out of. This is the yarn thread, and I think I had doubled it. I had ran out of yarn thread. This was my first one right here. Then the one, this was the first one. This is actually, this is black. It looks like blue on there, but this is black. It was really hard to see. I think it was too thick. Wow, that looked like blue. You see how the, okay, that's one other thing. It's so heavy. See, that's really thick for me. To me, that's really, really thick. I don't know why this looks, but, and I think for because of my hair and because of my head, I need to make them a little bit longer. Hers require 170 stitches, and I think I need a little bit more so I can tuck it. On here it doesn't look, but maybe it's just me because I'm not used to wearing such a big poof. Okay, It really look like blue. Okay, so I got one. This is number 2. So you guys know I couldn't stop there. I want it all. Give it all to me. So I was supposed to be making oh man, Teadoddle. Please, if I'm saying that wrong, Teadoddle podcast. And she sewed this really nice yarny neck wrap. I don't know what you call it. But it's all just single crochet over and over until she used up the yarn and then she gathered it up. So I was going to do that with this yarn here. And you guys know I call that my specialty yarn. And I'm like, I wonder how it'd look in a wrap. So I'm not finished. This is a work in progress. That's very colorful. I'm thinking the holidays are coming up. I don't know if I'm going to wear this because this is a lot of color on my head. And it's thick. And it's not that. So, see how thick that is. Okay, that's a lot. I have to get used to seeing all that color. But that's what it looked like. So and this is just yarn ball that I had. And that. Okay. Moving on. Didn't stop there. Then let me try it in my black sparkly. I'm so happy I need to add one more ball. I'm thinking holiday here. Now I think that's sort of much there. I don't know. If not, I can always use it as a scarf around my neck. That's a lot. See, that's a lot going on right there. That's a lot. That's why I put the black in there. I don't know, you guys. This one might not make it. Okay, so oh yeah. So like I said, I'm practicing playing with the yarn. So this is bamboo yarn, and I think this yarn I got from. I was thinking about Christmas holidays when I purchased it. This yarn I got from the one that Ross is always, I can't think of the name of the yarn, Hovium. Now I made this one a little bit longer. Look, this is pretty. Okay, I like this one. So this may be the type of yarn that I will use for my wraps. Look at that one, it's pretty. Okay, it's not as thick and like these here. I like this one, you guys. What do you think? So I'll try it in red. Finish working with this one here. The last item that I have is a hat that I made from this Wool Spun by Lion Brand. And this was just a basic hat. It doesn't work out good being knitted. Okay? It don't really, I think it's probably better to crochet that particular one. It's sort of loose, really loose. And only had enough left. I've been cutting my hats off too quick. For one, see, this is really loose. And even though I used my band, it was not tight enough. So, that is all the items that I made, you guys. I hope I didn't go through that too fast. What I will be working on, what I didn't do is I didn't make the felted booties, so that's still a possibility. That's in my dream world, okay? And I didn't work up this yarn before it turned into yarn barf. Okay, got to do something with that before it turns into that mess. I did pull out some yarn because I am trying to get rid of stuff. This pink. Oh, I don't know. I just wanted to do pink and black. It's coming out really. Yeah, pink and that black. I don't know why my blacks are looking blue on there. Okay. And then I thought, well, maybe I'll put a little gray in it also. So this would be a hat that will be striped hat. That is another dream possibility because I can come back with something totally different. And then you guys know I did, I ordered from Miss Bath. And I showed you, and this was a little sample that came on her business card, which is so cute. Can you guys see that glitter? Really? So, of course, I had a ball of yarn sitting around, and I thought that would be a perfect match. So I'm going to put this little in here, and yeah, that will be another hat. Okay. Yeah. So that is it, you guys. I really went through that really quick, and I haven't purchased anything besides the Miss Babs yarn. Excuse me. Oh, that's good. And the only thing I have tried out new in my world, I know this is nothing, are some Taco Bell. I don't eat this kind of stuff, not often. They're not good at all to me. They got much powdery stuff on it, but there's no flavor. So that is about it. I thought maybe I would share a hobby of mine from the past. I don't know how long this is. I can't see it. Okay. Okay, this is my question to you. If there was anyone that you could meet that has already moved on, who would that be and why? Now, one person that I wish that I would have been able to see in concert was Ella Fitzgerald. I love her, and this one always is on my refrigerator. I loved her biography that they did on her, and I love the way she scat. She was a wonderful woman. Now, so I used to collect postcards. I won't go through all of them. And this one was in a particular set, and I do have some other ones. For some reason, I like the era of the 50s and the 60s. I don't know why. I don't think I would have done really well in the 50s and 60s because of, I don't know, I believe in justice. I believe in right. Okay? I don't know. I thank God for allowing me to be born the time I was born. Anyway, so in my set of cards, one was Billie Holiday. I think that is, I won't go through many of them. And Dizzy Gillespie. This was in 1947. And then this is her here singing. That was Louis Armstrong. I know, I remember seeing this particular movie. And then I have a bunch of them here. More here. I used to keep these on my, when I worked in an office. That's when my brain was like normal. It is not what it used to be. I hope the glare from these glasses are not too much. I used to have this on my wall next to me. I love this one here. You can see it's the holes in it. This one here is Cap Calloway. Okay. This one here, Duke Ellington. And then this one here is The Problem We All Live With by Norman Rockwell. Okay. So that is sharing a little part of something I used to like to do. I find myself now writing in my journal It took a long time to get to this point where I want to write. 2 years ago, a little over 2 years ago, that wasn't the case. I couldn't write, I couldn't speak, and I know you guys saying, what do that mean? I really could not speak. The stuttering was so bad, and it was all due through the stress and how my body handled the situation. And then I thought I would share something. Oh yeah, I like this one too. This one of her, Ella Fitzgerald. That's one of my favorite. And then one of my least favorite, which is a when I went to New York, me and my husband, was this one at Madame something museum. Was, why does he have his hand in his pants? Okay, and that's what I'm saying. Oh my goodness. When they make a photo of you with your hand in your pants, the world has changed. Okay? We all got the same thing. There's no surprises. Okay, so people, get over it. Get over it. My gosh. Anyway, and one of my favorite photos from that, and remind me of my granddaughter now, is this one here when I took. Okay? We had such a great time there, and I am so glad that we went. So, all I can say to you guys is, be the best that you can be. Enjoy your life the best. Just enjoy your life, no matter what's going on. And it's not always easy to, it doesn't always seem like it's easy to just enjoy life, but it's something that you really have to shut the world off and, as my daughters say, do you. Okay? So just do you. Forget about all the other stuff and trying to change people and blah, blah, blah. Just do you and be the best that you can be. Until next time.